excited about this, Kaylee.
Thank you, Anna. Well, only a few years ago, automated vehicles seemed like a fantasy of the future. But as technology evolves, it's easier to see how driverless cars could become reality. And in fact, they might be on our roads sooner than you think. Joining me now with more is Julia Kent of CAA Atlantic. Good morning, Julia.
Good morning.
You know, it's hard and wild to imagine our highways populated with driverless vehicles. I want to start out by discussing how driverless vehicles work in the first place.
Well, it's interesting. We've seen automated features on cars going back all the way to the invention of cruise control in 1910. So these features have been on cars for a very long time and are on our cars today. And a lot of people don't understand that autonomous or automated vehicles is a very large spectrum. So there's a very big difference between some of the features that we see today, like lane assist or emergency braking or cruise control, and fully driverless vehicles or never touching the steering wheel. Yeah, it's an evolution. It's happening gradually as newer cars are introducing newer features. And there are some jurisdictions, even within Canada and in the United States, where they're testing completely driverless cars on the roads. But we're still a ways out before they're reality in Atlantic Canada.
You mentioned that there are already some features in our cars that mirror automated vehicles like cruise control, which has been around for a long time. What are some other features that we might not even think about that mirror those automated features?
Well, today's new cars have tons and tons and tons of sensors all around the vehicle. Some that you might not even know where they are. You might not know what they do, but they do things like lane assist, like it'll beep at you if you're kind of veering outside of your lane, or blind spot recognition, where it will beep at you if there's someone in your blind spot and you turn on your indicator. Emergency braking is an amazing feature that a lot of new vehicles have, where it detects when you're going to end up in a front collision, and it will brake the car for you. And in cars that have that feature, there's 50% less front-end collisions. So we can already see the safety benefits of some of the features that are on our vehicles today. There's also adaptive cruise control, where you can set your car to follow a car in front of it at a certain distance on the highway. So those are just some of the ones that we currently have today.
You mentioned safety, and I think a lot of people wonder if driverless vehicles are really safe. What are the numbers telling us right now?
Well, this is one of the reasons why CAA is such a big proponent of the evolution of automated vehicles, because we really believe that they will be much safer. And the experts worldwide all agree. Almost all collisions today are due to human behavior, human error, whether that be distracted driving or, making a reaction time, a judgment call just a little too late. And automated vehicles won't take that away, but they will entirely. They will still not be perfect, but they will be so much better than humans that we're looking at reducing traffic collisions by 90%. So they will be a lot safer. And when we think about impaired driving, that should and hopefully will completely remove that factor when it comes to road safety. So that's a huge plus as well.
It's fascinating. I'm just trying to rack my brain about, what this would look like on our roads. You mentioned that it's still some time until we could see driverless vehicles on our roads, but is there any sort of timeline that you might be able to give us, or that you've heard personally?
Our best prediction at this time, and it's very, very rough, would be somewhere between 2030 and 2040. And it depends on so many factors. Testing is going on right now, and we're seeing more and more features on our cars today, so it will probably be gradual. It won't be like someone flicked a switch and suddenly there's driverless cars everywhere. But yeah, that's our rough guess, is somewhere within that decade. So not this decade, probably the next.
You know what, and we'll be here before we know it. Time passes so quickly these days. Julia, thank you very much for your time this morning, and a really interesting conversation. I think a lot of our viewers will be talking about this throughout the days to come. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Again, that was Julia Kent with CAA Atlantic. It is 7:51. We're going to be right back here on CTV Morning Live with many more stories. Stay with us.
It's our Valentine's Day sale on now at Charm Diamond Centers. Surprise her with a gorgeous 1-carat diamond ring, now just $10.99. Or this 1-carat diamond sparkler and save $300. Create